Hello there, this is Laura from Maidenhead Chiropractic Clinic. Today I'm going to talk through a few warm-up stretches or warm-up exercises prior to playing golf. We discussed this here at Castle Royal with the Ladies Golf Club and we said that we'd do some exercises just to get you going. So first of all, we're going to start from the top and work our way down. So it would be our neck stretches. You're going to be turning a lot in one direction. We want to make sure that everything's warmed up in the neck area. So you can do this sitting on the bench whilst you're in the changing rooms, and it's very simple. Just dropping your head down and taking your head from side to side. You want to be moving smoothly and slowly. It's quite a dynamic stretch. When you are warming up, you want to keep your exercises quite dynamic, so we're not going into long, deep stretches now. We do those after playing. So for the moment, we're just going to be just moving the head in semicircles. If you feel areas of tightness, you can hang out there a little bit longer. So for me, I feel some tension in here, so I could just rock in this area before moving on to the next part. Probably do about 10, so 1, 2, and so forth. If you feel like you need to do more, then you can go for it. The next exercise that we're going to be looking at are our shoulders. Okay, so this one we all know and love. Now, if you're on the golf course, however, there is an even better exercise. It's actually called a shoulder dislocate. I've got a pole here, but actually you can use your golf club. And using your golf club, you may want to take a nice wide arm, particularly if your shoulders are quite tight. And you're going to take the golf club round your back and forward again. Keep your arms straight. You don't want to be bending and cheating. That's not giving you the exercise. And again, aim for about 10. If you can do this, maybe whilst you're just chatting on the course or in the changing room is perfect. Obviously, just be careful that you're not bashing one another in the head. Okay. The next exercise that we discussed was actually the golf pole twist. Okay. I actually don't know the name of this. I call it a pole twist. Okay. And that just helps get the shoulder joint moving around here. Okay. The next, and actually opening up the pectoral muscles as well, because when you're playing golf, you're actually squeezing together quite a bit here, so you want to be stretching at those. You can actually use this as a stretch afterwards as well. It's a great stretch, a great exercise to do. The next area that we need to be working is our thoracic spine. You're going to be doing lots of rotations, so you can do this in a few ways. We're going to be calling it open and close the book, okay, and thread the needle. I'll start with thread the needle. If you're able to go on all fours, okay, you're going to go up onto all fours, put one hand over your ear or at the back of your head. You're going to open up. Actually, this is the open close the book. Actually, open up and then take your elbow to the opposite elbow. And again, aim for 10 on each side. Thread the needles, just taking this that little bit deeper. So you take one arm, you can just thread it underneath, going all the way down to place your ear onto the floor. And you probably want to do 5 on each side, so 10 in total. You can do the open close the book in a different way, make it a little bit deeper. You need to make sure it can be seen doing this. And it's just lying on the floor. You're going to take your arms onto one side and just open up. So actually, lying on the floor, you're going to lie on the floor, onto one side, arms out, and you'll get a nice stretch across your pectoral muscles, or a good deep stretch and twist into your upper spine, so this part of your spine up here. Do about 5, and then you want to go on to the opposite side. So, open the book. You can follow around with your head, but try and keep the opposite shoulder on the floor. And really feel that stretch. You can hang out there for a moment, pop your head down, and coming back. These exercises can actually all be done as a cool down stretch as well after playing, because you're working your back, but it's just letting your spine know, get ready, we're going to do some work, we're going to have some fun, and it will stop any injury in those little tiny joints in between the vertebrae of the spine as well, and also the muscles that go along. It's really good actually from a yoga point of view to build up the energy, to build up the chi in there and really warm your body up. You will feel your body working and it will get you warm. So in winter you'll notice a good difference when you're out on the course playing and you're quite cold beforehand. We're now going to move into the legs. Now, again, it's the same in terms of stretches and cool downs, but we're going to be more dynamic in the way that we're working. So the first one, we want to stretch out the muscles on the inside of our legs. And so what we're doing here is just bending one knee, straightening out the opposite leg, and we're feeling a stretching here. But we're not going long and deep, we're just saying to the body, hey body, we're going to work out. And by moving more quickly, you're also working your quadricep muscles and your glutes as well. So you're getting your legs ready to work. Ankle rotations. To reduce injury. One stretch that you can do actually is a gastroc stretch, so that you do not damage your gastrocnemius, so your Achilles tendon or your calf muscle. So you're going to put one foot flat on the floor, take one leg further out, bend the front leg, try and keep the back leg straight, and you'll get a nice stretch there through the back of your leg. And then the opposite side. Hold it for about 10 seconds. If you feel like you want to hold it for longer, then you hold it for as long as feels good for you. I like to run on the spot. You don't have to run for long, but again, it just lets your body know you're going to do some work. Some of these stretches, actually probably all of them, apart from the lying down ones of course, you can do on the course. Even if you're standing, you can do some twists on the course if you feel a little bit tight in your back. Another one that I like to do is swing the arms. Like you used to do when you was a child. Try and keep control, but just to loosen up your whole back and your hips. If you swing the hips as well, like this, then you're also getting some movement in the hip joints before exercising as well. So these are all quite dynamic exercises to get your body moving. This is the one that you used to do as a child and got told off. Now you've got permission to do it. So I hope that helps. That should prevent you from injury. Come back and see what our cool downs look like. Have a great game.